Hello world! We are arts course students in media arts class.
What's media arts?
Well, media arts class is the class where we learn to communicate through audio, video, and photography. You are about to watch our interview with James Miles.
Who's James Miles?
James Miles is the executive director of Arts Corps. This video was approved by our parents.
What did you eat for breakfast?
Oh, for breakfast, I had a protein bar.
I knew it.
How did you know that?
Because you look like so muscular.
Hey, thank you.
Who do you look up to?
People taller than me?
So mean. I'm joking.
Yeah.
This man is so hilarious. He should be in a comedy show. Am I right?
What does an executive director of Arts Corps do?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, James, yes you do.
Yes.
So my job is to oversee the organization and all of its aspects: programming, communications, development, and public profile.
Why did you want to be an executive director?
I always wanted to really work in education and do what I could for a large group of young people, especially black and brown youth. So that's why I became an executive director.
What do you love about Arts Corps?
I love the teaching artists, I love the staff, I love the work we do, and I love interacting with young people like yourselves.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It really gets me going. It's why I became an executive director, to really bring the arts to people that usually didn't have access to the arts.
Well, it was nice having you.
Thank you.
Bye, James!
It's great seeing you guys. Bye.
Bye!
What's up, everyone? Big up to Hazel Valley. What? Look, it's the filmmakers. Take a bow, y'all. All right, let's continue this conversation after the show. Okay. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye. One more time for Hazel Valley. Also give it up for the wonderful principal, Casey Juneau. She's in the house. Yeah. That was one of the highlights of my year, doing that video. They had some really hard-hitting questions, but we were laughing so hard they didn't get to ask them. So this is the second year of filmmaking at Hazel Valley. And the crazy thing is, it almost didn't happen. Not because the school, the students didn't like the program. They obviously loved it. It's because of funding. When local cuts, federal cuts, state cuts, county cuts happen, arts are always the first to suffer. But that didn't stop us, you know. We were dedicated to giving this program for free to young people. So we reached out to the district, to our supporters, our community, the grant makers, the foundations, and we were able to offer that program for free in all of 2018. Right? So I rise. Okay. But this is a new history. In the 1400s, when Europe was in the Dark Ages, struggling with a lack of achievement and understanding in academics, the Renaissance happened. Rebirth of art and culture, where what we consider now fantastic classical art was created. However, it wasn't always seen that way. It wasn't always welcome. In the late 16th century, Michelangelo's The Last Supper, a fresco in the Sistine Chapel, shows the rise and falls of human emotions. The church banned it. It was defaced, and Michelangelo considered a pervert. At the same time, in Eastern and Western Africa, the art there was stolen, destroyed, sometimes even worthy of being called art. So it was also banned. Shout out to Black Panther and Ryan Coogler for showing us how imperialism impacts African art. Y'all remember Footloose? Well, that's based on real history. In the 17th century, dancing was outlawed in the United States because it was considered sinful. In NYC, the cabaret laws are still in effect where you need a license to dance. A license to dance, right? 1865, Monet's painting Olympia was under constant guard because of the way it showed a woman relaxing. The 1920s, the Lindy Hop was banned because it was sinful. A few years later, the lambada was banned. It was called the forbidden dance. The 1930s, the Nazis banned art that didn't align to their agenda. 1950s, McCarthyism ruined the careers of writers, producers, Hollywood directors because of their views. 1958, the song Splish Splash was banned because the narrator of the song was taking a bath and wasn't wearing clothes. It's true. 1990, Two Live Crew's album was banned in Florida for being dirty. Former Mayor Rudy Giuliani asked for a boycott of Beyonce's Formation because it was considered anti-police. Ai Weiwei was imprisoned for his perspectives of Chinese government and how they approach human rights. Catcher in the Rye, Fahrenheit 451, Autobiography of Malcolm X, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and more, Native Son, Black Boy, all banned in schools today because they're considered indecent. It's 2018. There are talks of cuts to the NEA and 21 century learning centers that fund after-school programs. People are banned from entering the United States because of where they were born. In my hometown of Chicago, Illinois, an elected congressman sued Chicago Public Schools because the students were tasked with creating art around Parkland. He said that was too political to talk about gun violence. So what do? We rise. That's right. We make art anyway. That's right. Despite funding cuts, we make art anyway. Despite overcrowded classrooms, we make art anyway. Despite the political climate, we make art anyway. Despite the actual climate, we make art anyway. That's right. Picking up a pen or a paintbrush is an act of revolution. Art has always been a catalyst for change since the beginning of time, when the first human being put two dry sticks together to get a beat, and that beat was fire, literally. Right? Arts Club brings that fire all the time. This year we piloted the Creative Schools Learning, Arts, and Belonging program that held family workshops that brings families together with the children to make art. This year we also toured the world spreading the love of Arts Corps, from the National Guild in San Francisco to the US DOE conference in DC, to Austin, Texas, South by Southwest, to London for the Open Society Foundation. Right, we just came back from South by Southwest a couple days ago, actually, me and Carlin. First time they ever had a student-led presentation and workshop ever in South by's 10-year history. Give it up. Our reports from the US DOE project at Highline School District shows a 5% gains in English Smarter Balanced exam tests. That's half a grade point, y'all. That's the proof of arts integration. I rise. We continue to do dope stuff in Seattle and around King County. Next year, we'll be spreading our love to further and deeper in King County and SeaTac, Federal Way. We'll hope to get to 5 more CS Lab sites, right? Right now, we serve 2,500 students, but next year we're growing by 20%, serving 3,100 students. That's crazy lit, right? It's time for artists to stand up and make a change. Like Michelangelo, we won't be censored. Like the Lindy Hop, we won't be banned. And like Black Panther, we may just surprise you. Right on, okay? So it's time for revolution, and artists do that revolution. At the front of every revolution is a young person. Now, they know the revolution started, right? Now it's time for us to rise to the occasion. So let's rise, right? So I'm gonna quote Maya Angelou. They may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I rise. I rise. All right, let's keep this show going.